Overcast and gloomy skies. Find out what you can expect in the changing forecast coming up. And here's some of our top headlines at 5.
Up ahead here at 5, students at Walla Walla University staging a walkout today. We'll tell you why. Plus, a disturbing case inside the Pasco Walmart ends with an arrest. Also, the mayor of Mabton pushing for a judge for a stricter protection order against a recall petitioner. Those stories and more coming right up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is March the 11th.
We have new information right now on the arrest of an off-duty Washington State Patrol trooper in a fatal crash that happened earlier this month. Sarah Clayson had been scheduled to be in court tomorrow for arraignment. That's when she was supposed to hear the charges officially filed against her. However, that hearing has been canceled.
Apple Valley News Now talked with Benton County Prosecutor Eric Eisinger, who says his office is no longer associated with the case and we would have to contact Spokane County. Clayson was arrested on March 1st after officers who responded to the crash on State Route 240 and Village Parkway say they could smell intoxicants on her. 20-year-old Jose Sanchez died in that crash. She was released from jail on March 3rd on her own recognizance and was awaiting that arraignment hearing.
But the Spokane County prosecutor telling us today his office is still reviewing the case and is not yet prepared to bring charges. He tells us the investigation is ongoing and a date for an arraignment hearing has not been set. Clayson remains on administrative leave from the State Patrol.
We're also tracking another case involving a Benton County official. Keith Johnson, who is the Public Defense Director for Benton County, is charged with driving under the influence. Johnson was arrested on March 2nd and released the same day on $1,000 bail. We spoke with Johnson, who referred us to his attorney. His attorney confirmed with us the case is pending out of district court in Benton County, and West Richland's prosecuting attorney is handling the case. There are a lot of questions swirling around this case, and we are staying on top of it for you. We'll bring you more information just as soon as we have it confirmed. In other news tonight, students at Walla Walla University are speaking out, saying the school has taken disciplinary actions against members of the LGBTQ+ community. Students gathered outside the Walla Walla University Administration building, protesting what they say is a pattern of discrimination. Last month, they say the university removed a senior recognition video after a student was seen holding a pride flag. Now, organizers say a student in a same-sex relationship was barred from running for student body president.
I was totally taken off guard by this. It was something I never expected. There's no policy, there's nothing that has ever been stated or said that would, let us know that this could be a thing. So it was definitely a shock to me and a lot of other students, especially because I was the only one running for the position.
He says his views don't represent the university or the associated students of Walla Walla University. He is speaking on his own behalf. As for the vacant presidential position, there's no plan yet to fill the role. Apple Valley News Now reached out to Walla Walla University, but has not yet heard back. Police arrested a man who was accused of several sex assaults at businesses in the Tri-Cities area. According to information from the Pasco Police Department, 22-year-old Maxwell Grady was at the Pasco Walmart when police say he followed a woman around the store while touching himself. Police say he then left bodily fluids behind, including on the woman. Kennewick police say they are also investigating Grady for similar acts at businesses in Kennewick. Police say he would go into the businesses, brush up against women and grope them, then touch himself afterwards. If you recognize him, please contact Kennewick Police or Pasco PD.
A fellow man was arrested for sex crimes against children last week. According to the Adams County Sheriff's Office, school resource officers from Othello PD were made aware of these allegations on Wednesday, March 5th. Detectives launched an investigation into the report and arrested 54-year-old Benito Montemer Garza from Othello for rape of a child in the first degree, child molestation in the first degree, and incest. Garza was arrested Wednesday evening and booked into jail. Child Protective Services and New Hope were called in for the case.
A sad update now. A child's body has been recovered in Silet. That's according to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. The discovery comes amid an 11-day search for toddler Dane Paulson, who was reported missing on March 1st. After an extensive 10-day search, Dane's body was found shortly after 11 a.m. about 3 miles downstream from the family's property. He was found by diver Juan Heredia, who is with Angels Recovery dive team.
Turning to First Alert weather, we are seeing some changes on our forecast models, but when will that happen?
I know. I feel like change is definitely in the air.
Yes.
You could feel it coming. Let's check in with Stacy for all the answers. Hey there, Stacy.
I even spotted a few sprinkles earlier today. We could be seeing some more stray sprinkles tonight, but here's what the weather pattern looks like for tomorrow. As you can see, snow all the way down the Cascades into Northern California, the Sierra Nevadas, and the system is pretty robust. This is an atmospheric river event. It's going to bring heavy rain to the west side, heavy snow in our mountains, and this is just the beginning of it. This is the first of 3 systems in a row, so very active weather coming our way. You'll really see the transition later tonight and tomorrow. 54 degrees in our Legends Casino Skycam. River nice and calm. Winds are Zippo. Our sunset at 6:57. Temperatures are still pretty pleasant around the area in the 50s. You're going to definitely feel a cool down later tonight into tomorrow. But tonight's temperatures hold. Tomorrow morning, you'll start to feel that cold front moving in. We're going to stay in the 40s all through the area. So look for some stray sprinkles tonight, breezy winds and cooler tomorrow. Potential thunderstorms also developing in the Columbia Basin late tomorrow afternoon. And then we have some heavy mountain snow, which will start up tonight and kind of come on and off right on through Sunday and into next week. I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
The Washington State Attorney General's office has filed a lawsuit against the Adams County Sheriff's Office, saying they have been violating state law to assist in federal civil immigration cases. According to the lawsuit, the Sheriff's Office has been illegally holding people in jail based on their immigration status and transporting them to ICE officers since at least 2022. State officials say the Sheriff's Office previously agreed to change their practices, but are now doubling down on non-compliance, claiming the state's Keep Washington Working Act violates federal law.
It doesn't change any of the facts that they simply aren't following state law, and for me this is not a political matter at all. It's just we need to make sure local jurisdictions follow the law.
The state is asking the court to state for the record that Adams County's actions have violated state law and to rule that they're not allowed to do it moving forward.
Mabton Mayor Rachel Ruelas is pushing a judge for a stricter protection order against recall petitioner Ruben Olivares. In court documents, Ruelas claims Olivares violated the order at the last meeting by speaking directly to her and shouting from the audience. However, the order granted after a fight at a restaurant last fall only says Olivares can't harm or stalk Ruelas or come within 500 feet of her home, but he can come to council meetings to exercise his right to petition his government with the stipulation that he stays as far away from Ruelas as reasonably possible. The judge had words of caution for both parties at a hearing last fall.
You might have to tone it down somewhat just to make sure that nobody can accuse you of crossing the line and being too aggressive with her. And on the other hand, you need to toughen up a little bit.
A court hearing on Mayor Ruelas' request to ban Olivares from City Hall is set for Friday. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell will also be at the Mabton City Council meeting tonight, where they are set to discuss the city's water issues as well.
The mayor of Yakima and city council members tonight say the Yakima community is at a crossroads. Because of inflation and other factors, the cost of basic city services, including police, fire, parks, and streets, is greater than the amount in tax money the city gets to pay for them.
So they just launched an online survey, and they want to hear your feedback about it. The mayor says the community must decide whether it is willing to increase taxes to pay for basic city services, or if residents are willing to have those services reduced or maybe even eliminated entirely. The survey consists of 8 questions and takes just a few minutes to complete. You can find it on the city's website.
Results will be shared with the Yakima City Council in May.
The Benton County Fire District 1 is considering putting a levy lid lift on the August primary ballot. The current fire levy rate of $1.23 per $1,000 of assessed property value is not keeping up with rising emergency service demands and costs. That is why Fire Chief Scott Leparco for Benton County Fire District 1 says they are seeking to reset it to $1.50. The reset would allow for them to hire more personnel and replace old equipment. He also says it allows them to continue the same high level of service to the community.
I think it's vital just so we can at least continue providing the service we have now. It's important to continue, as I said, the replacement project and that, and we definitely don't want to get in a position where we're so far behind that we can't keep up with inflation and everything else, and then we may have to cut services in that. So that's what we're hoping to avoid.
The Benton County Fire District 1 Board of Fire Commissioners will meet next week to discuss and vote on putting the fire levy lid lift on the ballot. You can attend this meeting as well. It is Tuesday, March the 18th at 6 p.m. at the Fire Training Center off of Eli Street in Kennewick.
Apple Valley News Now live at 5 is just getting started. Coming up, Central Washington Representative Dan Newhouse is introducing a new resolution to combat the fentanyl epidemic.
We'll have that story and this. All right. It seems that we're having a bit of a problem bringing that to you, but we also have this for you. You can scan this QR code right there on your screen, and that gets you the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Very important as we are experiencing some changes in the weather, Austin.
Yeah, stay with us, everybody. We'll be back after this.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 509-735-5555. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 509-735-5555 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law, smart choice.
Start 2025 off right with a custom building from Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds. Cozy up to 10% off custom buildings. Need something right away? Get 20% off all in-stock inventory. It's the perfect time to create the space you've always wanted, with free, fast delivery and quality that'll stand up to the chilliest winter days. Whether it's for storage, hobbies, or just making room for your New Year goals, visit Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company today.
Got a birthday coming up, celebrating a big win, or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub and DoorDash. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Spring skiing at 2 Idaho ski areas. Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Welcome back. Parents, listen up to this one. TikTok is now making it easier to track your kids' activity on the social media platform.
Yeah, the company is saying this will help parents keep their kids safe by adding parental controls on their platform. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more.
TikTok says it's rolling out these new safeguards to protect teens. The new feature is also helping parents to monitor their child's behavior online.
Today, new ways to watch your kids and the clock on TikTok. The hugely popular social media app is rolling out a feature called Balanced Digital Habits in order to help parents watch their children's usage and even control their child's access.
It really activates an important dialogue between parents and kids and teens about when it's appropriate to sit and scroll the app.
The first new feature is called Time Away. This will allow parents to block kids and teens from being on the app at certain times. For some families, that could mean blocking access during the school day or even at night. Another new feature is called Family Pairing. Parents will be able to see who their child is following on TikTok, who follows them, and who their child has blocked.
It gives families even more transparency and potentially protects kids from following accounts that might provide misinformation, bad information, even cyberbullying.
And finally, TikTok enacting a wind down feature for teens under age 16. After 10 p.m., if they're using the app, their feed will be interrupted with a full screen takeover. It will have calming music and encourage the teen to be mindful of the time. However, TikTok reporting that for those who have used this feature, the kids kept using it even after that full screen takeover.
We could include this potentially in a list of bedtime hygiene. So this could be turning down screens, getting teeth brushed, making sure that everything is ready so kids can slowly calm down, turn down the energy, and get to bed.
And now for those of you saying, hey, wasn't TikTok banned? It was back in January, but President Trump postponed that and gave TikTok 75 days to sell to a non-Chinese buyer. His administration now says 4 different groups are interested in buying it, with business analysts estimating it's worth between $100 to $200 billion. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In local politics now, today, District 4 Representative Dan Newhouse introducing a new House resolution, H.R. 2024. The Bipartisan Joint Task Force to Counter Illicit Synthetic Narcotics Act of 2025 would establish a coordinated federal task force to combat the trafficking of synthetic narcotics like fentanyl. Newhouse says this joint task force will pool resources across the federal government and respond to the crisis with everything from sanctions to joint drug raids. He also said this task force will help President Trump and his administration accomplish the goal of stopping the flow of fentanyl from China across our northern and southern borders.
The Oregon Senate is voting to raise the state's legal minimum age for marriage from 17 to 18.
Yeah, this is a hot topic. Present state laws let 17-year-olds officially marry in Oregon when they have one parent or guardian's permission, and the young person's own consent is not required. This vote on Monday to raise the marriage age was 28-1 and was supported by both Democrats and Republicans. SB 548 next goes to the Oregon House of Representatives for consideration.
If the measure is signed into law, Oregon will join 13 other states with a minimum legal marriage age of 18.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look at our First Alert radar tonight. We're already starting to see some light snow falling across the upper crests of the Cascade Mountains tonight. A little bit of rain passing through the Othello area. And I felt some sprinkles a little bit earlier here in the Columbia Basin. We could see some stray showers. This is the beginning of an atmospheric river. It's going to bring lots of water and lots of snow to the region. 54 degrees, Yakima Fed Sky Cam tonight. Taking a look at Badger Mountain. Still a great night to take a hike as it is nice and cool out there, and the winds are cooperating as well. well. Our sunset at 6:57. Let's talk about temperatures elsewhere in the area. Again, we're on the warm side in the 50s. The overnight lows are going to stay on the warm side as well. Much warmer than we have been seeing overall. But in those mountain areas, excuse me, we've already dropped down into the 30s, and that's going to bring the cooler weather and, of course, widespread snow. As you can see here, this is the atmospheric river that's going to punch in and bring lots of moisture to the west coast. The weather pattern over the next couple of days just gets rocking and rolling on Wednesday. That rain and mountain snow gets widespread all the way down into California, the Sierra Nevadas, all of the Cascade Mountains, and lots of rain on the west side. The rain will then make its way over to the east side, our area, and we'll see more snow showers even accumulating into the blues. I'll get to those totals in a minute. Let's talk futurecast. Again, there's that snow starting up tonight. Most of the rain appears to be heading towards Yakima and Ellensburg overnight for the first part, and then later tonight through the Columbia Basin, the lower Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities, and then eventually off into the Blue Mountains. Here's more snow as we get into our Wednesday morning. Widespread showers. This is what we're keeping an eye on for tomorrow afternoon. We could see some potential thunderstorms moving through the area. Tri-Cities, Hermiston area, foothills of the Blues, and then look at that heavy mountain snow there in the Blues. So we do have a first alert weather day issued for Friday to Sunday, the Cascades, where we could pick up anywhere from close to 16 inches over those many days across Highway 2, US 12 and I-90. So be prepared. 4 inches across Snoqualmie Pass Thursday into Friday, a couple of inches for Cabbage Hill and Tollgate. Friday and Saturday, even more so. We're talking close to a foot, Snoqualmie Pass, Cabbage Hill, 4 inches, Tollgate, 7 inches. So pretty substantial snowstorm coming our way. Snow in the mountains, rain in the basin and foothills again later this evening. Temperatures, though, pretty pleasant. Most of us in the 40s overnight. If you're hitting the road, it's going to be wet. Seattle travel forecast, and then getting across the passes also going to be a trick. If you're heading out to the Portland area over the next couple of days, look for lots of rain there as well. And up north to Spokane, if you have any plans that take you there in the next few days, look for thunderstorms Wednesday. We could see a little rain mix with snow in those coming days. Here's your 7-day planner. There we go. Some thunderstorm potentially happening in the Tri-Cities. Wet, active weather, especially as we get into the weekend. Temperatures staying in the 50s after tomorrow. Here's what it looks like for Yakima. Active weather there as well with some breezy to gusty winds. Ellensburg also seeing some active weather. Could even see a little rain mixed with snow in the Ellensburg area as those overnight lows dip down into the 20s. So if the rain starts happening late night, early morning, you'll see some snowflakes transitioning to rain later in the day. Walla Walla also looking at potentially some active thunder and storms. I know that our web gal Morgan is excited about this. She said, we have not had a good thunderstorm in ages. And I agree, we haven't had a good one for a while. So there's a good potential for that in the Tri-Cities anyway tomorrow, and more active towards Walla Walla. So maybe she needs to hit the road and go to Walla Walla.
I guess.
So,
I've never heard of anybody getting super excited about a thunderstorm unless you're looking to take some pictures. I wonder if she likes taking pictures of them too.
So. They're fun to watch, right?
All right. Thanks, Stacey. The Spotlight when we come back.
Jay Dalia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your destination for endless excitement, fun, and thrilling wins. Gear up to win a brand new Toyota Tacoma this March. Join us every Friday and Saturday to spin the wheel for your share of $10,000 cash and prizes. It's a 4x4 Fortune grand prize drawing on March 29th with 4 spins, 4 winners, and 1 new Tacoma. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Thanks for staying with us. Our spotlight tonight comes from Apple Valley News Now viewer Penny Weigel. She wanted to give a special shout out to all who came out for International Women's Day. On Saturday, over 300 marches and events took place across the nation and internationally for the Unite and Resist Day of Action. Here was the scene in Walla Walla. Dozens showed up for a movement that aims to not be erased and never silence. We'll be right back.
Spring skiing at 2 Idaho ski areas. Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
Prepare yourselves for a non-stop party of live music, dancing, and fantasy that will excite your senses and leave you breathless. The Chippendales All Night Long World Tour, Saturday, March 29th, Legends Casino Hotel. Grab your squad and break away from your everyday for a night at Chippendales. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. The Chippendales All Night Long World Tour.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun! I was 44, working part-time. It was my first mammogram, and they found a few cancerous places in my left breast. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a lump in my breast. There was nothing. I wasn't afraid I was going to die. My first fear was, how am I going to tell my daughter? As a result of early detection, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I just did surgery and radiation. Was able to maintain a good quality of life, and now it's a distant memory.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesday's only Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Jade Elliott grew up in Richland and started her broadcast career in Eastern Washington. After jobs in Salt Lake and Seattle, she's back home to wake you up each morning. Jade Elliott, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side. Get ready to go soaring over 2 Idaho ski areas.
Perfect weather to go out and get some sunny turns.
Spring skiing and awesome views.
We had 360 views. We were pointing out lookout past Schweitzer Mountain.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
All right, here we go. A nice view of the Columbia River, it looks like at sunrise, from our friend Alan Rither. Hey, thanks, Alan, for getting outside and snapping that weather photo. Keep them coming in, and with a thunderstorm coming, I expect good photos in the next couple of days. QR code right side of your screen. That's the easiest way to get that photo on TV. All right, real quick, let's take a look at tomorrow. Look at those thunderstorms in the afternoon. So there you go. Busy day.
All right, cameras ready, but be safe out there if you're taking pictures for us. Thanks so much for joining us and watching the news at 5.
We're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
We'll see you then.